Julie and Karen both want to share a word with you about Cityreach, but it's from two different perspectives. So, Julie.
So today we'd like to view Common Art as an extension of Cityreach, and we're really excited to have Frank and Rich here to share their gifts. Thank you, first of all, to everyone who's donated either to the art supply box or to the donations that we've collected. And I'm excited to say that we have close to $300 in donations to purchase some of the art that Frank and Rich have brought with them today to help to decorate our church and to remind all of us the Cityreach need, the Common Art need, and how our community here at First Church extends into Boston. So thank you all. I'll take any additional donations today so that we can make our purchases to decorate First Church.
Hi everyone. So I've been going to Cityreach for a couple of years now. I didn't get to go this past spring. I wish I could have, but it's really been a great experience for me. So First Church's involvement in Cityreach has allowed me to meet some great people that I would have otherwise never met. This program is truly amazing, and it takes the men and women of Boston with inspiring stories and gives them an audience to share them while also helping others. Through this program, run by the men and women with us today, I have been able to not only meet some amazing human beings, but also shared my faith, while helping some truly deserving people. Most importantly, Cityreach has taught me that all people deserve human connection. I used to look away because I didn't want to hurt feelings or offend anyone, but Cityreach taught me that giving these clothes and giving food away is important, but it's the human interaction and the celebration of faith with these people of Boston that truly means the most.
Thank you very much, both of you. And now our good friend Amanda Grant-Rose, Executive Director of Common Cathedral, will lead us in our sharing this morning.
Good morning. Peace be with you, friends, and grace. Thank you for having us today. I'm here today with Rich and with Frank to tell a story. It's a story of the ministry of presence. It's a story of your youth and how they have come alive on the streets of Boston. First, let me tell you who I am. My name is Amanda Grant-Rose. I'm the Executive Director of Common Cathedral. And for those of you who are new to our story, we started in 1994. Reverend Debbie Little walked the streets of Boston offering sandwiches, referrals, and friendship. Since these simple and humble beginnings, Common Cathedral has turned into an ecumenical church community for the unhoused and their friends in Boston. We have 4 main programs: outdoor ministry. Our staff and pastors take time to be present on the streets, meeting with new people and talking with our congregation members. Common Cathedral, which is lunch and worship on Boston Common every Sunday, rain or shine, and this year even blizzards. Common Art, through leadership and self-expression, community members gain self-confidence and experience God's grace. For many, Common Art is a way of life. For others, it's a new discovery. But for all, art is a definite and gentle yes in the face of poverty and the constant struggle with finding access to food. And Cityreach, a weekend in Boston for housed congregations to come and learn about homelessness directly from those who are experiencing it. And that is where your youth have come alive. Your youth retreated to the streets of Boston, retreated downtown, met Frank, met Rich, went on tours, gathered clothes, bags, backpacks, and food. They came alive on the streets of Boston, and they were present in ministry of presence. We do this ministry of presence with actually very little. It is not, as you heard, the stuff that is given, but it is the relationship that is grown from what is given, and the interaction and prayer with one another. We don't have buildings. We actually don't own a building. We are outside, walking the streets of Boston, finding people. We pray with them. We tell their stories. We hear their stories. We build community we share love, and we offer these opportunities for our community to tell their story. So let me introduce you to Frank and to Rich. Frank, who will start, is going to give you a couple of minutes about who he is. Looking at me just smile and be like, oh, I'm going first. He is going to go first and tell a little bit about his experience with Common Art and Common Cityreach and Common Cathedral as well, who is now newly housed on Christmas Eve, if I have that date correct, was found housing. Later, after Frank, Rich will go, and who you will find oftentimes on the steps of the Boston Library, where he calls home. Originally from Zanzibar, his art is an expression of who he is. So let me get Frank up here first, and then it'll be Rich.
Thanks so much. I love you too.
Oh, I love you too.
Hi, everyone. First of all, thank you so much for having us today. It's a great pleasure to be here and listen to your great choir. Yes, I actually did get lost on Christmas Eve. Couldn't even get a Christmas present. And look, I'm going to get to put on canvas that has been blessed. Maybe I'll get something really good out of it. Yeah, I've been working at Cityreach for a few years. It's one of my favorite, I call it gigs to work. I should see a few faces of the guys I remember from March. And you guys actually gave me a nice quilt that I actually put on my bed every morning as I make my bed. And I do a lot of work with the homeless in Boston. There's something about over 8,000 homeless people in Boston. It's a lot of people that are on the streets. And when the bridge at Long Island closed, I actually became involved with the Innovative Council. And we opened a warming center at Old South Church, the Rockland Center for the homeless, which is kind of cool. And we had enough funding that we could stay open now till November. So that's kind of a cool thing to do too. And I don't know what to say. That's just, again, thank you so much for having us.
I'm going to ask you a couple quick questions then.
Sure.
So can you tell the congregation about your art and what
Oh.
that has meant to you through being homeless and now housed?
Yeah, well, actually, because of Common Art, I got involved with a website that promotes my work for me, which is kind of cool. It's called artlifting.com. I think some of you might have checked it out. And what else can I ask?
Well, why art? Why do art?
I'm not a self-taught artist like Van Gogh was.
He also calls himself colorblind, but when you see his
Yeah,
stuff,
really,
he's
yeah.
not colorblind.
I am
I don't believe it.
colorblind, but I still get some pieces, nice pieces out.
Good. And what about faith? Where does faith play a part in all this?
Pretty far. Every night I go to bed, thank God for this talent that He bestowed on me.
And Cityreach, what does Cityreach mean to you? You come alive. As much as the youth come alive, you come alive on
I love Cityreach. I got to be the greeter, so I can meet everybody when they come in the door. It's like my favorite part of Cityreach. But I love seeing the change in the kids from when they come in on Friday to when they leave on Saturday. And God bless them on homelessness. And they all have houses and roofs over their heads and nice warm beds to sleep in. But there's a lot of people who don't. And Cityreach makes a good impression on the kids and the people that they help. I only get to work 5 of them a year, and I wish I could work more than that. They only let me do 5 of them.
Yeah, we do try to let everybody have an opportunity, yeah. Good, thank you.
My name is Rich, common art artist. Thank you for inviting us here today. This is something new for me to get up here and talk like, but I'm doing it anyway to see what comes out. I don't have anything written or anything, but I just want to talk about as far as common art. You know what good is done for me. You know. It's been a life changing. I became homeless, like residently. I don't use homeless the word homeless a lot, you know, but I usually say I'm out and about because like homeless sounds too much like hopeless, you know, and stuff. So about the same time the Boston bombings when like I kind of like went out there, you know. It was just some kind of force that, at that time, I just felt like there was so much negativity going on, you know, the news, and just every time you turn on something, I always feel, you know, and the bombing just happened, and I think that kind of like my exploding point. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to do something, you know. Maybe I didn't say that like consciously, but something kind of forced me to kind of get out of myself and try to reach for things and people, you know, trying to go out here and just do something. And so I ended up in the streets of Boston. I went to shelter, Pine Street shelter, like a men's shelter. I stayed there for a few months. And some people around me, you know, I always doodle, you know, I've always been doodling, but I never really took it serious as far as the artwork. But as far as I can remember, I've always been, there wasn't a time I never had like a sketchbook or some kind of thing going on, or some kind of notepad or something like that. But when in Pine Street, I was doodling, you know, and somebody told me this place in Common Art, you know, you should go every Wednesday. And they can have like art materials, and you meet other artists, and you know, get something to eat. And I went there, you know, and it was just like everybody was welcome, you know. And I didn't have to. Usually, like, I could be very weird in other situations, like, you know, I could be socially very weird, you know. But Common Art, it was just like, you know, I was home, you know, just everybody in there is a weirdo, so I was so I didn't really have to try much, you know. I just had to do my artwork, and everybody doing their artwork, and, you know, just be myself. And I learned, I got to meet Heidi, and she's just super awesome. I wish you guys, she was here. She helps me out with all materials that I need. She asks me, are you okay? She talks to me. And I've been going to Common Art ever since then, about 2 years now. And I help out, you know, and now I'm seeing like changes. I didn't really try to, I just went there to just kind of be, I don't know, just searching. But it's like I going there more and more often, more responsibility, you know, and I got to meet people, and now it's just kind of like it's my family, you know. I really care about a lot of people who come from Common Art, and it's come to my family, you know, help me out throughout the wintertime, you know. The art materials, now I don't have to worry about, you know, saving up money, buy some art material. I just go and they help me out, art material, acrylics, and everybody else is part too, you know, that's out in the streets, the other artists. I see them all out in the city, you know, using the materials that you know they get from Common Art, you know, and that's the way some of them make money to pay for their storage, for their rent, for their food, you know. So it's a big help. And also in the wintertime, it can be so like cold. There was some times that Common Art was the only place I could actually lay down. It sounds like there's nowhere else to lay down, you know, just because it's cold, every place is closed. So like Common Art was the only place like I could actually lay down and just like go to sleep or something, you know. So that's very blessing, you know. I'm very thankful for that, for Common Art. I'm thankful for Amanda. She's very good person. She's a very wonderful person, beautiful soul, beautiful spirit, you know. And she really cares about people. And I just want to say it's a good church, and God bless everybody. You know, I'm happy you guys welcome us to your church, and came. It's very beautiful. Have a very nice surrounding right now. I was walking earlier. It's big cemeteries. Thank you.
We're socially weird too. I just want you to know.
Yes,
You're weird. And one of the ways that weirdness has come out is, of question that a number of people have had that maybe one of you could answer. The question is this, that want to go to Cityreach, even more people want to go to Cityreach, but their question is, because we all sleep in the same room in sleeping bags, they say they snore. So, are they still welcome if they snore?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes, you're welcome if you snore. You're welcome if you're weird. You're just welcome. There's just one last little story I want to tell you, and that is the story of our cross. And it's a cross that I have seen around your congregation quite a bit. This cross was adopted as a symbol of our community. If you're in Boston and you are wearing this cross, you may be stopped, because you will be a sign of safety in what is a very unsafe world. People will know that you are bringing the good news. The stories of our communities, those that wear this cross, they vary. Women, men, homeless, sheltered, housed, paroled, sober, waiting to become sober, and it continues. Your youth came to Cityreach, and they wear this cross. Your youth came and will come again in the fall and the spring, and they will wear this cross. It is the cross and our desire to tell the good news that brings us together, brings us to the park benches to pray, brings us to the canvases to paint. This morning, I hope you heard the good news, both from Frank and from Rich. I hope their stories have inspired you. As your relationship with us deepens, I hope to see you on a Sunday at worship, to support your kids as they continue to come to Cityreach, of choosing to sleep on the common because it is safer than the shelters. Hear the stories of those who struggle with sobriety and how it feels to be out of control. Hear the stories of getting kicked out of the doorways at 4 a.m. because the delivery trucks have come. Hear the stories of common art, of choosing to create, choosing to wear this cross, and choosing to believe